Hello, and my name is Brecken, and I'm with
Kathryn.
And today we are interviewing
Allie Poe. Snaps, everybody. Snaps who's hearing this.
Yes. Okay, and so today our first question is going to be, how did you decide which colleges to apply to, and which colleges did you apply to?
Well, so I first brought it down to if I wanted to stay in state or out of state, and I chose in state. So I applied to schools such as U of M, MSU, Central Michigan, Hope, and Grand Valley. And so I just wanted to keep it more local.
Allie Poe, it is under the assumption that you've been visiting some college recently on campus, and what college was that, and what was your favorite memory from that visit?
So my top two colleges were the U of M and Hope College. So I did visit those two. And so what my favorite memories from those was seeing all of the different opportunities that the colleges could give me, like studying abroad and the pretty campuses. And yeah, it was nice.
And that's really awesome. So how did you stay organized with those deadlines and requirements that come with, the college process?
It was nice that the counselors at CHS sent reminders of the deadlines and everything, but other than that, I tried to get things done as quick as possible so that it wasn't coming up to the last minute.
That's a great idea, because personally, what I did was I waited till the last second every time, and I would not recommend that.
Brecken would not recommend that. I wouldn't recommend that either.
Nope.
Me neither.
Last second is never the best second.
Or is
Wise
it?
words. Wise words.
Or is it?
It.
Wait, give it some time. You keep... Yeah.
Yeah, don't wait. Okay, next.
Guys.
Wait, okay.
Technical difficulties.
So,
Allie, now, applying for colleges are very stressful. It's a very stressful time for a lot of people. What were your feelings during some of that pressure, and how did you kind of handle that, and what's your advice for younger juniors who are going to be applying for colleges next fall?
Actually, looking back on that process of creating my essay, doing all of the forms and everything, I would say that was probably the most stressful month and a half of my life. But I think it's nice that everyone in your grade, all your friends are all going through the same thing. So leaning on each other for that, getting advice from your friends, and, opening up to teachers about if you need help on an essay or questions, or just asking someone that's older than you for help instead of trying to do it all by yourself is really helpful.
wow, I truly agree. It is nice to have that sense of everybody is as stressed as I am, You're not alone in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the best part, I think, is that everybody, has their silent battles, and it's just crazy because it's just so stressful.
It is.
But
it
also, let's give advice for those listening for essay tips, because I know it's hard to think of an essay topic for college. And one thing I would recommend is, actually, Allie, you go, because I'll bounce off you.
Well, so one of my favorite memories from that time is when my friend and I, Brecken, went to Starbucks after school, and we kind of just worked on our essays there. And what I did personally is I wrote 5 essays, and I kind of just word vomited them. And then I went back and I decided okay, which one is going to most reflect me? Which one is easiest that I can get a whole 2 pages to write about? Because writing about something that you're not interested or don't want to write about isn't going to work out for you in the long run. So I ended up talking about my family and my role as an older sister, and how I'm kind of being an example for them. And that was easy to write about because I have so much to talk about with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's your life. Okay. So, Were you stressed about getting those acceptance letters back from the colleges?
Yes, I was. So I feel like I've maintained pretty good grades. So for the colleges with the higher acceptance rate, I was fine with. But say for like U of M, I was super nervous, and what I tended to do was just tell myself, okay, I'm not going to get in, so that when I opened the email, I was super happy when I did end up getting in. But, you know, a lot of people are going to get rejected.
Oh.
Nope.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Woo,
sir.
yup.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to get rejected from a lot of different places. And I did get rejections. I did get rejected from Harvard, everyone. Just going to go out there and
Oh, dang it.
say it. Boo. Yeah.
Wait.
They didn't deserve you anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wrong one.
Really?
Okay, now what excites you about college?
I'm excited to be in a whole new environment and to really, like, I don't know, I think I'll thrive with just a new start, meeting some more people, getting different classes, being in just a larger environment, because being with the same people that you've known since you were like 8 is kind of, I don't know, I'm just ready to broaden my horizons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great answer.
What about you guys?
Same. I forgot what the question even was.
Just like what excites you about college?
Oh, I don't know. Next.
What? I just honestly meeting new people. I love meeting new people. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So
Yeah, which I feel like Kathryn is much more extroverted than I am. She actually is way better at talking to new people than I am. But that's why I'm kind of nervous, I would say, is just to have to really be an extroverted kind of person if I want to go out and make a whole bunch of new friends.
but you got that.
Yeah,
you
and
got
then again,
that.
I feel like that's literally everybody's goal in college is to go out and make friends like right away. I think everybody's as nervous as like you would be if you're not if you're nervous, you know?
Yeah.
Like everybody's goal is to go out and make friends. So.
I hope college isn't cliquey and like, because sometimes I hear stuff and I get a little scared that it's like a little bit of high schoolish, but
Wait, did Brecken tell you that? How someone went up and told her that Hope was super cliquey?
yeah,
Who
and
was
that's
that?
and
It
that.
was at Michigan.
Oh yeah, who was that?
It was
Oh, that one girl, that
Emmy's
one
friend.
Emily,
yeah.
Emma's friend, the brunette.
Yeah, I do remember her.
But
I don't
that yeah, when she said that, I was like, oh, I
Um,
just hope that's exactly what I'm getting away from. But
Yep, and that's exactly what I'm going into. Whatever. Okay. Ooh, okay. So, do you have advice? Like, what is the first thing that comes to your mind if you had to give a piece of advice to juniors?
Wow, that is a very big question because I do have a lot of advice. I would say my number one piece would be to kind of do it all. Like, I do have a very busy lifestyle, but I wouldn't trade it for anything because I don't know, just saying yes to things, like hanging out with different groups of people, like I don't know, just all the different clubs that I did, all the different sports I did through high school, and, you know, getting a job, doing all these things with friends. I mean, it's really, once you're done with high school, it's going to make you look back and actually have stories to tell. If you're always saying no, you're just going to lead a boring life. So good to start these habits now of just saying yes and kind of taking leaps of faith into the things that you do because yeah, I think then you'll have some things to say once you actually get to college and talk about what you did and what you accomplished.
yeah, and then you
Wow.
can look back and say, wow, I did like everything. Like I
Yeah.
tried, like I just said yes, like it was fun. I was
No
like,
regrets.
spontaneous. No regrets. No regrets.
Yeah,